Well, good evening. Happy Saturday. Cynthia Gordon, representing Whole, Women Helping Others Live Empowered. Want to talk to you guys this Saturday about just how much we take things for granted. We take it for granted that we can do things later. We take life for granted. We take our families and love for granted. We say things like, when I retire, I'm going to travel more. Maybe we say, when I'm more financially stable, I'll have children. Just all types of things that we put off and procrastinate with, thinking that we have so much time. Again, that time thing is creeping in again on our topics because it's ever present. We just think that we have unlimited amounts of it. And so sometimes we fail to dream, or we fail to act on our dreams. First off, God gave them to you. So we gotta get that together and just decide that, and the word says, with Christ all things are possible. What are you waiting on? Who said you were ever going to live to retire? I eulogized my 30-year-old niece on yesterday, and it just even more and more makes me go, we have got to stop taking life for granted. We didn't expect it. We had no idea. And I'm just so happy that she loved Christ. So I know that I'll see her again. I am also happy that she shared Christ with her fiance, and he accepted Christ yesterday at her homegoing service. What a blessing that was. But for you and me that are still here, we have got to stop taking this life for granted. People are leaving this earth every day, every moment, and not because of COVID. Not because of COVID. They're just leaving and getting up out of here. And I really, I just really hope that you hear me. Every video is just to get you to think. Think about how you may be taking this life for granted. Think about what things you have always wanted to do and you're not acting on them. Think about whether it's traveling or starting a business, whether it is getting married or having children, no matter what it is. If it's making that phone call to that cousin, aunt, grandmother, father, mother, whomever that you haven't seen in a long time. We have got to stop taking it for granted that we have so much time. Stop taking each day for granted. Get up and enjoy. I end every video telling you to have a happy Saturday on purpose. Let's have an everyday on purpose. And every day be happy on purpose. Let's move purposefully. Let's love on purpose. Let's use our talents and gifts on purpose. God has been so generous with us all. He really has. And again, even though I'm going to miss my niece, I am so happy for the 30 years that I got with her, because I've also lost a niece that I never got to even kiss while she was breathing. She came here not breathing. So truly, I've seen it. And God knows all of the sorrow. You know what? The Bible says that he gave his only begotten son so that you and I can live. And I believe that. And I hope that you do also. And because of that, I know that everything that happens is on purpose. And I say and I surrender, not my will, but your will be done. So for every moment, every day that he's blessed us with, let's live it purposefully. Let's not take it for granted. Because even that, there's worse thing, I believe, than dying. I don't know what you believe, but as much as I talk, if I couldn't talk anymore, And I've had too many strokes. God, I thank you that I came out of them able to talk and walk and dress myself and do all of these things that we take for granted. We take for granted that you're going to be able to walk every day if you are walking now. You take for granted that just because you dressed yourself this morning, that tomorrow you can do it as well. When there's a number of people who've had strokes and aren't able to move, who've had some type of medical issue to happen that makes them beholden to someone else, that they're no longer independent. We have got to think about these things and truly be grateful. I pray that you get that part, that no matter your circumstance, there is truly someone worse off than you. And truly, God loves us. He does. And He blows breath into your body every day for you to get up and breathe. And don't take it for granted. Trust me, from someone who's challenged in their breathing, that be grateful. If you are watching me and you can walk and you can talk and you can dress yourself, if your breathing isn't labored, if you're not taking 6 pills in the morning or 7 pills in the morning and another 7 pills at night, be grateful. Be grateful and use this time wisely. If you have living parents, if you have cousins all over this world, make some phone calls, people. But stop taking it for granted. Stop taking love for granted. You're in a relationship with someone, honor that relationship and be good to that person, and try to continue to date and act like you did that first week when you called and text all the time and all of that. When you woke up and you said, how you doing, sweetheart? Do some of those things, even if, whether you wake up next to them or you got to make a phone call or a text or whatever it is. Stop taking for granted that people know you love them. Trust and believe. You do not know when that last time you've seen someone will truly be the last on this side of heaven. So I urge you to truly give it some thought, to truly stop taking your loved ones for granted, stop taking your health for granted, stop taking your gifts for granted. God has been so gracious to give us these gifts, and truly, He expects us to use them. And I just pray that everyone take some time out to just think about what you're doing with each day. Each day that you're blessed to live, what are you doing with it? How are you living it? How are you spending your time? Are you saying and waiting to do or start something? Are you waiting to travel? And even during COVID, and I'm a little crazy, I know, and I pray that I'm living safely. I like I said before, I stay masked up and I socially distance, but I absolutely live each day. So a couple of weeks ago, me and a couple of my nieces and my sister flew to Atlanta and spent the weekend and got a Airbnb. So we were still segregated, if you will, from most of the population in that we didn't get a hotel, but we got a house and we stayed segregated and socially distanced with one another. But we still went somewhere. We still didn't just stay here. And again, this quarantine, this COVID has been going on for some months now. So a lot of people went into quarantine, went into COVID-19, socially distancing and doing what they could. And they're not going to live and be here when the CDC or our president or whomever you're waiting for to say you can move again and do things or go back to what used to be the norm. We may never go back to that. So we can't, or I pray that we don't sit at home and lock ourselves in these houses saying that I won't do this or that because of COVID. Some people getting up out of here and COVID had nothing to do with it. Hear me when I tell you. There are other things killing people that have nothing to do with COVID. And it would be a shame if you sat in your house or if you didn't see your family or if you didn't get out. You know what? You can get out and socially distance. Take a drive, people, in your own car with the same person you live with or people you live with. Take a drive. Go to the beach. Don't get out your car and just see the sunset. Do something to enjoy each and every day. Every day that we live, we're closer to dying. And for me, I think that's okay. I really do. I'm not afraid of dying because I believe the word. And I know that God has got a mansion set up for me. Don't know what you believe. Again, not trying to push it on you, but I can only give you what I got, and that is Jesus. So I believe that dying isn't the worst thing. But if you're living each day and you're really not living, not enjoying, not loving, not sharing your gifts, not walking in your purpose, then what good is it to be here? That's just a Cynthiaism. But again, that's all I can give you. It is words that I think are wise, things that I've thought out, and that I pray that they reach you and that they make you think. You ain't got to change your mind, but just think about it, because certainly I have a perspective, and I pray that I give it from a godly perspective and from a place of love, that everything that I try and share is something that I've been through, something I'm going through, something that I've experienced, something that I've watched. And again, I've lost a lot of people in this year, and a few, from COVID, but some not from COVID. And I truly pray that we just stop taking life for granted. Stop taking yourself for granted. You got so much to offer. Each and every one of us have gifts. Everybody. And I don't know what yours are. I don't know if you can cook. I don't know if you can sing. I don't know if you can dance. I don't know if you have a word to share with somebody. We've all got life experiences. And if we share them and if we're transparent, as I've talked about before, you can bless somebody with that. So use your gifts, people. First of all, look at your own self in the mirror and say that, I am worth saving. Jesus died for you. How about that? To save us. Little old me, a mess in a dress. He died to save me because he thought I was worth saving. And I pray that you look at yourself and know that you are so worthy of sharing all of your gifts with us because we need them. So that's what I got for you today. Please don't take this life for granted. Don't take love for granted. Don't take for granted that you can walk, talk, move. Don't take for granted that you are free, that you can vote. Your opinion matters. No matter what that opinion is, it matters. And please share it. Please vote, people. Please share your gifts. Please move and responsibly, safely. Again, never, ever, ever am I on here trying to say COVID isn't real, because, again, I have lost people to COVID. I know that it is real. But I also know we got this whole big old world. We have this wonderful life with all of its challenges. We have this wonderful life, and we should appreciate it. And don't take it for granted that you're going to wake up tomorrow. So choose today and live it to the best of your ability. Be happy today. Live today. Have a happy Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday on purpose. I love you, and I pray that this video finds you in a good place. I pray that it helps you to think about just how you're living and if you are taking life for granted. And stop it already. I love you. Have a great day on purpose.